Now, from time to time, I look at my back door pots and I think they could really do with a freshen up. They're okay, and the erigeron, the daisies, are fantastic, but otherwise it's all a little bit chaotic. So then I treat myself to some good organic peat-free compost, a load of new plants. I have got quite a lot of dahlias over there ready to go. Excuse my sister's car. And so I might steal a couple of those, and I'm going to refresh the pots outside my back door. So come along with me. And I have got, do you remember in the autumn I took cuttings of things? So there are the cuttings sitting, waiting. They are absolutely ready for planting out. And so it's time to do the outdoor pot refresh. So come along with me as I do it, and I'll give you lots of tips and tricks for having an amazing display in a pot garden outside your back door. Come on, let's get going. So before you start doing your pots outside your back door, get your kit together. So I've got some nice Silver Grow organic peat-free compost. I've got my snips for cutting off dead leaves. I've got a trowel and a hand hoe for sorting out and for planting. I've got lots of new pots. I've got lots of plants. I've got loose poo, slow release alpaca poo fertilizer, which I'm going to mix into the mix I put in the pots. More new pots, and I've also got the old pots. So the first thing I'm going to do is arrange the pots in an order which will work for me, because once they're full of earth, I can't move them. Right, so the pots are all sort of in the right place, except for this broken old half barrel, which I can't move. So I've kept the space in front of it clear, so that when Fabrizio is here with a crowbar, we can get it out of the place. But otherwise, I love the mix. Oh, there's my attractive sea container and pile of rubbish. So you can see how chic and elegant we are in real life. When I've finished, the idea is that you can hardly get into the house. When I'm an old lady, this is going to be my garden. My garden is going to shrink, and they're going to have to carry me out of this house feet first. But I will spend my declining years on this step with these pots, looking out over the crabapple trees. Then each pot gets a bit of old crock in the bottom. I don't overdo it, because the pots are not on flat ground. The ground here is anything but flat. So all I'm doing is just keeping the waterway open. This back door area is quite dry. So I don't want to add too much drainage. I don't want everything to be able to, all the water to run straight out. But it's important to make it so that if it's very wet, which it rarely is, even by this back door, I mean, look, how does the rain? The rain is very, very protected, so I'm more likely to water than not here. So I don't need to add too much crock. I just need to keep the drainage holes open. Now, this may not look a very exciting shot, but it is worth it. Sometimes the compost comes out of the bag a bit lumpy. So when you're filling up the pot, run your hands through it and take out the big lumps, because you don't want them to be in the, look here, look, it's all, because the bags, they've been sitting in a bag for a while and it's just sort of solidified a bit. So run your hands through it. And then I'm going to top dress here with lovely alpaca poo fertilizer before I plant. And you can see I haven't filled up the pot completely, because what I'm doing is I'm filling them up so that I've got room to arrange the plants, plant them in, and then I'll backfill them afterwards. So there's a big lump. Lumpy, 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 lumpy. So 24 hours later, there we have it. I've managed to keep the hairy look so as not to offend poor old Fabrizio, who finds tidy offensive, can't cope. But all the new plants have been tucked in. Where it looks a bit sparse, they will fill up and fill the space over the summer. So it does, they do look a bit shocked, but they will all ping up And we have a bath full of herbs, cilantro, parsley. Look, they're all a bit stunned because they were growing so close together, but they will pick up. And we'll have colour, so long as I keep deadheading from the geraniums and all the bright people. And these lovely black, they're beautiful. Oh my goodness, look at this person. Oh, really stunning petunias. And there, as we say, we have it, the coleus. I love the coleus. Will fill up. And this is a big pink salvia, which will bush up and become very tall, which was given me by a friend, Katie. And so I've given it plenty of room. They will really jam up and fill the space. This is like joke gardening. It's a bit like Chelsea Flower Show, where everything gets jammed in much too tightly in a not realistic way. And then we have the guards at the back door, and the back door is guarded even more by a little wasp's nest. But I'll show you. There, can you see there's a hole down there behind the head of the fellow? It's a wasp's nest in the wall. I think we'll leave it. We'll see. Hopefully we'll leave it, because so long as they pay us no attention and we pay them no attention, then all will be well. And hopefully by the end of the summer, some of it will look like this. And look, the view from the back door. It's nice, isn't it? Kind of hairy, but in a good way. Makes me very happy. I like this. Oh, tea cake. Now, also, do you remember I took all these scented pelargonium cuttings? They smell absolutely delicious. So I've planted them at the edge of pots in such a way that, for example, I'll go backwards. As I come out of the back door, I will brush against them. There's another one here as they get bigger. And the scent of them in the house and on people's fingers and feet as they go by will be very good for us all. It's very calming to have scented pelargoniums around. So they will fill up the space and spill over the sides of the pots over the summer. I won't be clearing these pots until November. And then I've got a bath now full of herbs. I've got parsley, I've got cilantro. Sorry, that's a really rude way to speak to an American, but I can't say it in an English accent. We call it, I can't remember. Anyway, parsley, whatever cilantro is in English, and lots of basil, along with my chives, which I might cut back after they've flowered so they can have another shoot. And all the plants in this bed, none of them will kill you, so it's an edible bed. And there we have it. They might look a bit floppy and a bit sort of unhappy, but they will fill the space. They're just a bit shocked from being planted out, but they will fill the space really well over the summer. And we have now you see the general idea. And we have long autumns here. Nasty little sharp frosts in the late spring, but long autumns. And so these will keep us amused and happy until November. I plant out my pots quite late because we have nasty little nippy frosts at the end of April, and a lot of my pot ingredients are very tender, like the coleus, for example, would really hate a frost. So I wait, and then I plant out. As you can see, it was the 1st of June yesterday, and this job took all day, but I'm very pleased with the results. We now have some good rain forecast, so I've got to beetle off and do more planting out. And it is, of course, the Queen. I'm doing a curtsy. The Queen's Platinum Jubilee weekend, so there will be flowers for the village marquee, and the wildflower meadow is looking amazing. So I will probably be making films over the weekend, as well as doing all the stuff to go with the Jubilee. if you find the tips and tricks I give you helpful in these clips useful, you can always buy me a coffee. The link is in the blurbs to all the different clips. Please subscribe to the channel and press the bell icon and we'll tell you when we've got more clips coming up. And I just want to say thank you very much. We've had a rush of new subscribers. So we have had 1,000 new subscribers in the last month. So we're really pleased with that. Thank you very much. And I hope we keep you entertained and amused as the summer goes by. Goodbye.